Hello, little storage difficulties. So where was I? So Carrie and Brandon, they were looking to adopt, and they had found a pair of twins. They're little infant babies, and the mother had, at the very last moment, decided to change her mind. She got cold feet, and they had the whole crib room set up. They were just so excited to have their babies finally because she has a lupus. It's not great for your insides. Anyways, so they wanted to have another child and they couldn't. And so they've been looking for years for another baby. So when we admitted that we were pregnant, they were like, come on guys, like this would be a great option for everybody. And at the time I was just like, there's no way I'm going to give my baby up for adoption like immediately after I've given birth to him. Like if there's a chance that this could work out, I'm gonna try for that. Cause we had a couple options in the beginning. I didn't feel like abortion was really an option. I really connected with Mark and I couldn't imagine doing that. And I said, it's either we have them and take care of them, or we adopt. And Kenny was just like, there's no way we're, like what I thought. But so anyways, time went on and, things got more and more complicated. I was doing full-time college, 3 jobs, and I didn't have a car, and everything you had to take a bus to do. So, and I was also paying my babysitter like $10 an hour. I'm like getting paid like maybe 12 or something. So yeah, $2 an hour, it's gonna get you far in life. So anyways, I started, my wheels started turning and I just wasn't touching the pavement. It was crazy. And then Kenny and his, I don't really know what to call her at the time, but friend, they wanted to join the Army or the Air Force or something like that. And I was like, okay, well, and what's your plan, And they're like, well, we want to have, I want to go off to basic for a year, and then, at the end of that, I'll have Mark sent to where I'm living and live on base. And in the meantime, her mom will take care of Mark. And I was just like, what in this plan has to do with Mark? Like, you're not thinking about him at all. Mark was, he was in between all of our problems. He felt everything. He was so sensitive, and I just saw him acting up and not, thriving the way he should. And so that day, I came to terms with the fact that, maybe we're not the best option for our baby. And, realizing that was a big step because, you don't want to do that. That's your very last option. But we did that, and today he's doing phenomenal. He's living with his aunt and uncle. He's been adopted. His last name went from Scott to Chris. And, me and Carrie's relationship has really blossomed in the last 2-3 years. And Mark's gonna be 7, January 5th. He's growing up so quick. Anyways, I could see him again. For a while there, he was having some anger issues, as most adopted children will experience. And so they were looking to stabilize for a little bit, and that means that I couldn't visit for a year and a half. And at first I took it really personally. I lived with just awful feelings of regret and pain, and just felt terrible about myself. I was like, what does Mark think about this? Like, do you think I just up and left him? And like, I don't ever want him to think that. And but like recently, last year for his birthday, Carrie finally was like, you could come and see him. And so I go up there to Mount Shasta, and when I get there, there's a fucking blizzard going on. And we went through like 3-4 pairs of chains. They kept falling off, and anyways, we had to postpone our visit. And you know, Carrie saw what I went through to go there, and I couldn't even see him. So ever since then, you know, she's been really cool, and she's seen that like I've bloomed a lot. You know, I got this awesome job, and I've been working here for 2 years, New Year's Eve, and I'm really stabilizing, and she respects that, and we're finally like, you know, in good terms, and so that's all good. What else? That's pretty much up to date, having to do with that situation. But let's see, what else? A moment, please.